Good morning, farmers. My name is Rudo. I am from Polachem Investments. Welcome to our training, Tuta Absoluta. We're talking about the Tuta Absoluta pest that is actually devastated a lot of crops, a lot of tomato crops in Zimbabwe. I just want to highlight to you the reason why I chose to delve into this particular subject is the Tuta problems is about the problem that farmers are facing. Farmers have reported immense attack of Tuta in their fields, both in the greenhouse and in the fields. Our offices have been inundated with these reports. And one thing I've discovered is that Tuta is actually ravaging crops from January to December. Yes, we are in winter, but believe me, we have heard Tuta reports coming in since April. I just want to move on to the background of this subject or topic that you're discussing today. Like I indicated in the previous slide, that Tuta is one of the most destructive pests in Zimbabwe. It affects both large and small-scale farmers. The main host is your tomato, but also feeds on other solanaceous crops. That includes paper, your potatoes, and of course, tobacco. I've also highlighted that it's now a perennial pest, January to December. It's always available. It doesn't know any season. Yes, in winter, we're going to have slightly low populations. It will take, in terms of movement from one stage to another, to take a bit longer, but the insect or the pest is still around. It is very important for us to understand, in order for us to come with a very effective management strategy, we need to appreciate the life cycle of this pest, how it evolves from egg to adult. That appreciation is very critical. So we emphasize to farmers that please understand the life cycle of a pest before you can do any interventions as far as chemical control is concerned. If you look at Tuta, the summary of it starts from the egg. Eggs are laid on the foliage or fruit. It takes about 5 days to hatch in winter. Of course, in summer it's about 4 days, but in winter it's 5 days. Then it moves to the larval stage, where this is the most destructive stage. It actually affects the leaf, the stem, and the fruit. The duration takes about 14 days in winter. The fourth instar is the one that exits the feeding locations to go to pupation. So what happens in the larval stage, it starts from the first instar, second, third, then fourth, and just the fourth that exits these feeding locations to go for pupation. Then the pupation process takes place in the soil, or in the leaf, or in the mines. The duration, of course, takes about 10 days for this pupation to be completed. The adult moth lays about 260 eggs, and of course leaves yeah, for as long as 2 weeks, because the temperature is very low, so it takes a bit longer. This is a slide that shows the damage symptoms of a tuta attack. As you can actually see on the leaf there, the tunnels, you also see the tuta, the physical tuta, the larval stage. I believe it's about the 4th stage, all those mines that have been created. So it really compromises to a greater extent the ability of the crop to be able to photosynthesize or to make assimilate, and that would really affect your yield ultimately. You can actually see from the picture the frost. These are signs of tuta attack. Do not confuse tuta attack with a leaf miner attack. There's what we call that a American leaf miner attack. They're quite different in terms of their tunneling. What are the damage signs of tuta? You can see the punctured marks, the tunnels I was talking about. The frosts in the tunnels are very conspicuous. You also see some exit holes. You also see a bit of abnormal fruiting or fruit shapes that actually comes out of tuta attack. I've also seen attack on stems. And if you have a close look at the stem, it is so standard, it becomes so standard. And you know that that is tuta attack. How do we get rid of tuta at Polachem? I'm sure this is a slide many maybe we're waiting for. How do we do? Yes, we have spoken much about the history and everything. For me, yeah, it's nice to know all that. But what is very important is how then do you get rid of tuta? We have heard many success stories at Polachem, I would say. Farmers coming to us and also giving testimonies in relation to how effective our products have been in controlling this cage called tuta. At Polachem, we believe the basis for effective tuta control starts with a healthy plant, which of course anchors in the rhizosphere, the root area. So we actually believe in the use of root stimulators. That's the first approach to tuta management. Have a healthy root system. When you have a root system, it actually capacitates the plant to be able to produce massive root system, which should then be able to uptake loads and loads of nutrition from the soil. So the more the root plant has, the more nutrition the plant will benefit from, and the more, or the good stamina, or the more stamina, or the more the good plants you have available in stock to develop a massive root system at Polachem are the following products. We have plant start. As the name says, it's plant start, which means it's a root stimulator that is put right at the beginning, right at transplanting, in order for us to have an effective, developed root system. This plant start is specifically formulated to stimulate the root development during the first crucial weeks after transplanting. It is enriched with auxins and, of course, cytokinins. These are phytohormones which are responsible for massive cell division and, of course, elongation. You need to apply about 3 to 5 liters per hectare of your plant stock in the planting hole before you actually transplant your tomato. It's available at $8.66 per liter in very convenient pack sizes, 1 liter, 5, and of course, 20-liter pack. This is how it looks like. This is our plant start. It's very important for you to know how it looks like. That's our 5-liter plant start. We also have trichocyst. It's another root stimulator with Trichoderma hazenium. This is a microorganism that colonizes the root system. When it colonizes the root system, it helps in the solubilization of phosphorus and zinc in the soil. Naturally, what happens, phosphorus is available in the soil. However, it won't be available to the plant because of factors such as pH levels. So there's some fixation that happens in the soil. So when you have this organism in the soil, introduce it in the soil, it actually solubilizes that fixated phosphorus to make it available to the plant. Apart from it being a solubilizer, for, of course, simulation of this nutrition by the plant, it also protects the plant root system against the soil-borne diseases. I think many of you farmers have seen the dumping off complex, the Phytophthora, the Fusarium. They've also seen, and of course, the Phytophthora, the Fusarium, and of course, Rhizoctonia. That complex is actually controlled by trichocyst. So it is actually responsible for what is mycoparasitism and antibiosis. By antibiosis, I mean it actually releases some secondary exudants to fight against diseases or potential diseases that might affect your root system. We have a product, another root stimulator, which is called Photo4D. This one has got fulvic and humic acid. It helps in the uptake of nutrition into the plant by chelating the minerals. It actually binds the minerals. Of course, the method of application is there is fertigation and of course spray. You can actually spray it as well. The rate is 16 mils per 16 liters of water, available in 1 liter and 5s as well. But it's very important for you, for us to know, as you use this product, which is called Photo4, it's very potent in that if you mix it with fertilizers, you have some cases of phyto. There's burning that happens, because what then happens, it opens up the root hairs, and there's that mass flowing in of the nutrition, which will result in access of that nutrition into the plant, and that will cause some phyto problems. So we highly recommend farmers not to mix it with fertilizer or insecticides. If you do, then you have a problem. It's very potent, it's very strong. So what you normally advise farmers to do is fungicide this Photo4D maybe after transplanting. This is my experience. This is exactly what I've been advising farmers to do. You come with it after transplanting, you drench it on a weekly basis. You can you can apply it as a foliar spray. It's very helpful. You have a very humongous, a very healthy root system. I've also seen the spill of benefits that come from using Photo4D in that it also controls your downy mildew for those who are doing cucumbers, and of course your phytophthora infestors, which is the lead blight in tomatoes. For lead blight. So please, these are the spin-off benefits the Sapota 4D, apart from it being a root stimulator. Coming to the synthetic chemistry that we have, after addressing the issue of the root, after stimulating our root or coming up with a very good root system, we've actually capacitated or empowered the plant to develop structures which are very firm, which will fend off or fight the tutor. What then happens if the plant is healthy? It is very difficult for tutor to attack. Just like you have it in animal kingdom, a lion will choose the weakest buffalo. The sick buffalo is the one that is vulnerable. But it's very difficult for tutor to come in there because there is adequate weaponry plant to fight against this tutor. So the idea behind this root stimulation is for us to empower the plant so that it will be able to fight for itself. Coming to the chemistry side, the synthetic side, what we have at Polachem, we believe in soft chemistry. You see, most of our recent chemistries or our basket, our tutor basket, have a green triangle, meaning that it's green, it's user-friendly, it's also eco-friendly. We are very particular about our ecosystem. That is the protection for our bees. We need bees and we want bees. And the reason why we're having a lot of dwindled yield in tomato is because of the bee populations, the dwindled populations of bees. So please, we need to take care of our environment. It's one of our thrust at Polachem to protect our bees. So we have Stewart there. I think some farmers are very familiar with this particular product. It's an amazing product. Those who have used it can testify. This product, it's if you don't need to shake it. It comes with that measuring cup. You don't need to shake it at all. It's more of you just pour, mix and spray. That's how good it is. It's very important for us to indicate it's in the group 22A. That is a critical piece. Please bear in mind that we need to understand these groups. The group 22A is very critical to know this. It's available in 100 mils and of course in 1 liter. And you need about 4.8 mils per knapsack. Maximum of 5 sprays per season. That's what you need. Privathon, another good guy. Very friendly indeed. It's a new product, our new baby in stock. It's an amazing product, which belongs to group 28. Please, I'm emphasizing the issue of groups. It's very important for us to work with these groups. The reason why I'm emphasizing so much on groups is we need to rotate based on the groups. Unfortunately, people are rotating based on trade names, which is absolutely wrong. You need to rotate based on the chemical group or insecticide group. This Privathon is available in 200 mils and of course 1 liter. You need about 12.8 mils per knapsack. Maximum 3 sprays per season. So your Privathon and Stewart forms a very good combination in terms of rotation. So you come with Stewart, then you rotate with Privathon. I'll actually show you how you can, more of a template of how you can actually rotate this canvas. For now, I just want you to understand the profiles of these particular products. That's your dipole. We also have in our stock dipole. Remember, said, we are very eco-friendly. We are pro-environment. So we normally want to include some bioinsecticides in our spraying programs or spraying regime so that you'll be able to break resistance. We'll be able to decrease some resistance from this pest. So it's about resistant management. So you come with that, but that is it's a bioinsecticide, which is Bacillus thuringiensis. It kills the larval stage. It's a very good product, which is very potent. Can be used throughout the growing season. There is no reports to date of any resistant issues from dipole. So it's a product that a farmer can safely use in order to get a perfect tutor control. It's available in 500 grams. The group, of course, the bioinsecticide, you need 10 grams per knapsack. The number of sprays is as many. It's a number you can actually come with it. You can combine it with Stewart. You can combine it with Privathon so that you can be able to get that combined or synergistic effect in controlling our tutor. We also have Benevia. This is an amazing product, 100 OD. It's a new baby in our basket. The only systemic insecticide that we have, it belongs to the group 28. Please note, it belongs to the, I've actually said extra there, that's a mistake there. It's Benevia. It belongs to the group 28. It's the only systemic insecticide that does tutor. You go anywhere in Africa, you don't see a systemic insecticide. This is, Polachem has made it very convenient for you farmers. One of the only insecticide that is systemic in nature. Come grab it. It's available in your convenient pack sizes, 200 mils, 250 mils, 250 mils. So it's our flagship product. A lot of farmers have experience. Our commercial farmers are using this en masse. So we still have stocks available. Come and get it. You need about 8 mils per, but it's per knapsack. But suffice to know, I just want you to note this. Benevia and Privathon are pretty much in the same group. So this is the reason, this is the issue where the group issue comes into play. This is your group 28. You go again, Benevia there, it's a group 28. So there's no rotation. You don't have to rotate these two. Yes, Privathon is a contact, Benevia is systemic. So what you need to do, you can do go 2 sprays Privathon, then 2 sprays of Benevia, you're done. Then also, I want to bring your attention to this new baby that we have in our basket at Polachem Investment. It's called the EcoSeal. It's an amazing product that we are encouraging farmers to use. What it does, it has silicone. It also has silicon dioxide. It has got a plant available orthosilicate in it. So what it does, it just gets in the system. Once you want to spray it, gets in the root system, gets in the plant, and it kind of offers a double layer in the leaf system. So your leaf becomes very rigid. So in essence, it actually increased the rigidity of your leaf. So now rigid, it's very difficult for this chewing pest to come. So I highly recommend farmers, every time that you do your fungicidal sprays, every time you're doing your pesticide sprays, please include EcoSeal because of this silicone. It's the only silicone that is absorbed by the plant. Every other silicone that is in the market it is not systemic in nature. It just goes and stays on the leaf. But this one is very unique in that it gets in the system and it forms the layer inside the leaf system. So please take note. This is an amazing product, a fantastic product from our supply in Portugal. you need to have it, especially now, to control your tutor, to be able to manage tutor, also to be able to manage this frost. There are frost issues. Now we are now in winter, and we need to build our silicon levels in the soil, in our leaf system, so that we have a very rigid leaf structure. Makanyatsa kuona kuti matomatoes edu anonyatsa kurowa nefrost, what we call critical damage. Temperature inenge iri pa0 ne-1 ndo pane critical damage temperature. But now when you apply your silicone, because you're doing it weekly, it's more of a, you need to be proactive. You need to come with it now, right? So that it accumulates in the plant every time you do the spray, right? Before the frost hits. So what you need to do is to make sure that you have it now before the frost hits. Have it now, please, so that you'll be able to protect your crop. So we need EcoSeal. You can actually spray it in combination with fungicides, because it's got a very pH value of 1. You can also spray it as a lone product at 50 mils per 100 liters of water. Actually, the range is 30 to 50 mils per 100 liters of water. So pretty much per knapsack, you need about 5 mils. Please, before I go to the summary and of course my conclusion, it is very important for you to know that as you do your fungus, your tuticides or your insecticides mixes, you need to include the wetter. We've got a very peculiar wetter which is called volcano. It's eco-friendly. It is it doesn't harm frogs. We are very particular about our frogs in the ecosystem, so it doesn't harm our frogs at all. So you need to do, every time you mix, you need to put a 4 mil of volcano in your knapsack. I just want to give you an example. If you look at Stewart has got an efficacy level of percentage of about 85%. It knocks down 85% of the population, of total population, if you spray it alone. But if you then include your volcano, your wetter, your volcano, I want to be very specific, your volcano, 4 mils of volcano, the efficacy or the bioefficacy of Stewart is incremental. It gets to about 95%. So you can imagine how important the wetter is when you're mixing these insecticides to controlling your tutor. So this is, I'm coming to the end of my session. This is pretty much the summary, just a summary, some pointers, a guide. But for more information, I would love you to come visit us at our offices, head office, 12 Conrad Road, or maybe you can go to our warehouse, give us a shout, then we can actually have a further discussion. Week 1, my proposal to say, week 1, you do your Stewart. Week 2, you go dipole. Week 3, you go Stewart. Right. What we need is to do a back-to-back. A back-to-back spray is very critical. So your Stewart, you go week 2 dipole, or you can rest week 2, then week 3, you come with Stewart. Or you can say week 1, Stewart plus dipole. Week 2, you rest. Week 3 is Stewart plus dipole. That's a back-to-back. The back-to-back principle for me is very critical, because when you spray initially, you miss out, right? So you need to give that 7-day, if you go on the label, because the label is the legit interface between the farmer and the product. So what you need to do is to make sure that you observe the 7-day interval, 7-day rest. Okay, it's a repeat after 7 days. So you actually spray your Stewart day plus the dipole. Then 7 days later, you skip, you don't spray anything, because you're giving chance, an opportunity for the Stewart and dipole to work. So 7 days, hence the 7 days. Then you come again after 7 days with that same product or combination, Stewart plus dipole. That will finish up even the remaining of the missing tutor larvas. Week 4, you come with the EcoSeal. I said it's very important. It doesn't directly affect tutor. It indirectly affects tutor or controls tutor in that it forms that double layer. and it becomes unpalatable and uneatable, for want of a better term, tuta. So it won't be available. It won't be a source of food. Too. Then of course, I want to, you come week 5 Privathon. I've talked about Privathon. Week 6, Dipole. Week 7, you come again with Privathon. Then you can also maybe, instead of going diaper alone, you can actually mix Privathon plus Dipole to have that combination. We need that synergistic. Then week 6, you can actually rest. Then week 7, you come again back-to-back Privathon plus Dipole. Week 8, you come with your equals. You're actually breaking, guys. Hold on, cool down. You come with your ecosystem friendly. Then week 9, you come with your Benevia, which is systemic in nature. I advise farmers, please. Farmers have been using chemicals on a daily basis, are using chemicals on a daily basis. I've been to many farms, I tell you guys, and I must say, what is happening there is not good. We need, because we are farming, we are farming for money. If we are spraying that much, how much are we making? We need to look at our bottom line and say, how much are we making from farming? Because farming is a business. Farmers are spraying everything. They're spraying every day because of tuta control. One of the factors that has already caused exponential or maybe populations of tuta to go to skyrocket is the human factor. Why? It's because we are not giving chance to products to work. We're not even giving, we're not even getting correct information as far as information on tuta is concerned. Why can't we get correct information? Why can't we use these chemicals in a very sustainable way? Because for me, it becomes unprofitable to come with a product 3 times a week. It's unheard of, but it's actually happening in Zimbabwe. So what I would recommend farmers to do, please observe, give chance for the products to work. There's what you call the window-based approach. This is what we use in Polachem. You need to give room. When you come 2 times with your Privathon or Stewart, for example, in a month, you need to come 2 times, right? Back to back. But the next 30 days, you don't need to come with it. We don't need to see it. We don't need that Stewart component in your program. You need to move to another chemistry, different chemistry altogether. So please, guys, bear in mind, you come to us, visit us at Polachem. We can also share with you our window-based approach as far as tuta management is concerned. Suffice to say, we have helped a lot of farmers to manage tuta effectively. We're getting very positive comments from some of our biggest commercial growers who are growing about 60 hectares of tomatoes. Very good reports indeed after implementing this tuta window-based approach. So I'm appealing to you all, please feel free to visit us. Make an effort to call us. We are free to give you information. Please do not despair at times. We are so late in terms of responding, maybe WhatsApp messages, but we are on time, Facebook, yes. But I'll tell you, we will certainly help you. If you visit us, we are welcome anytime. Just give us a shout. Rudo, I'm coming there. The doors are open. We can have a chat the whole day. I can set the whole day for you, talking about tomato production. My name is Rudo, the technical advisor of Polachem. There is my contact details. You can get hold of me on 0774-233-212 or WhatsApp me on 076-625722. That is my email address, rudo@sa.co.zw. You can contact our Polachem warehouse on 8644299877. Please bear in mind, we need to be very let's make money. Let's use sustainable ways to control tuta. Let us get correct information. There's a lot of misinformation, disinformation that is actually circulating. We need to get correct information. Please, we are free. We are available for you guys to give you correct information without charge. 4:30. I thank you.